And map control is so important in this game. It allows basically two things, actually three things. It allows the Zerg to safely expand, which is absolutely vital to Zerg gameplay. Also allows them to solidify their map control even more with the creep tumors. And the creep tumors, once they get them down, it becomes really annoying for the Terran or Protoss. Well, Protoss has the observers, but Terran, unless you get that Raven down, really becomes very annoying to try to take down these creep tumors and really manage them. A lot of lower level Terran players find that they experience the creep tumors already at their front door, just like neighboring them, and that is not the position that you want to be in as a Terran. And the third thing that I mentioned is, we're going to be seeing it now, is that the Mutalisks allow for the Zerg to contain the Terran army. Basically keep them behind and harass them, prevent them from moving out, prevent them from taking that third expansion. And we see that DIMAGA sent in the Mutalisk over here, taking down that missile turret, losing a Mutalisk in the process. Is going to try to harass through the front door, but this is a bad idea, very bad engagement right here, as there is a bunker with Marines inside, taking out these Marines, but losing so many units in the process. Will not even be able to take out that siege tank, so very bad engagement by DIMAGA. Really, DIMAGA should have swung around this side right here, came over here, try to check out what's going on over here. There's a missile turret, back off, as there is a missile turret going down now, but there was no missile turret, as if he came over here and saw that there was no missile turret, he'd be able to harass these supply depots, excellent targets. So harass these barracks over here, harass this engineering bay right there. So many things that he could target and really just force the Terran army back and forth, pull them apart, and make the Marines stim, causing the medevacs to lose energy. That's so important in Terran versus Zerg. If you're a Zerg, you have to make the medevacs, if the opponent is going by a wall with tank and Thor support, get those medevacs to low energy. Really harass them while you're expanding and macroing up, because once that engagement, the final engagement goes down, where the Terran pushes out, then the medevacs will have no energy. Mutalisks coming into the Terran base, the main, and taking out a lot of SCVs. Oh my god, there's so many SCVs going down, and the Terran SeleCT is out of position. Finally brings back the Marines to fend this off, but loses a lot of SCVs in the process. If you look at the unit counting station, we have 54 harvesters for the Zerg and 48 for the Terran. So the Zerg is a nice lead right now with the harvester count. And I'd say that the Zerg is in an extremely nice position, as the crew spread is very nice. All along the map, all three pathways into the bases. And the third, the gold, has gone down, and looks like a very, very comfortable situation for the Zerg. If we look at the income, we have 1,700 versus 1,200. So SeleCT really in a uncomfortable situation. He's not really out of the game or anything of that sort just yet, but he's in an uncomfortable situation. He's being pinned down. And that's what the Mutalisks allow you to do. Really, a lot of players complain about the Mutalisks, saying that they're not as good as in Brood War, but they serve a different purpose here. They serve similar purposes, but they have other features too. It's really different. And if you try to go Hydralisks, I don't feel like Hydralisks are the best route for the layer tech after the layer tech. Hydra tech is not that great, because the Hydra tech doesn't allow for the contain, it doesn't allow for the pressure to make Terran feel. Terran now moving out. Siege tanks trying to siege up over here. Firewall over here. Thors with support. Gonna try to back this Zerg away, destroying those creep tumors and scanning. But the Mutalisk gonna come down over here, take out this siege tank right now. Siege tank going down, but the Mutalisk make it away because the Thor just pushes them away. 3 Thors doing that splash damage, not where the Mutalisks want to be. Terran scans, sees that the Zerg army is over here. The other portion of the Zerg army coming down here to flank. DIMAGA probably going to morph a lot of these speedlings into banelings. Turrets going down for securing this position over here. And SeleCT really wants the third base right now. Mutalisk flying into the main, taking out these Marines, but flying over them, not doing too much damage. Now SeleCT DIMAGA is going to try to do harass on these depots right here, try to do harass perhaps on these tech labs, prevent more siege tanks from coming out, slow them down, delay it. This siege tank might go down. Does it go down? It looks like it will go down, and that's pretty huge at this point for SeleCT, because he doesn't have much in terms of defense against these banelings, and we have a lot of banelings for Dimaga. We look at the units, we have 37 banelings, all with speed, and infestors. So this Bioball, this infantry army is not going to be able to do too much. With those infestors and banelings out, it is very hard for them to actually be effective. And we have the Ultralisk Cavern. We saw the Ultralisk Cavern going up. Gonna get that research for the chitinous plating, make those ultras super strong. And this is a common tech pattern for the Zerg nowadays against Terran, but it is so strong. These infestors trap the Bioball, the banelings then rush in and take them out. Even banelings are even useful against siege tank lines. They can just run in with that speed and just overpower them. The Ultralisks, when they arrive, that is a completely different story. The Ultralisk is so strong, and they just run right through. So Dimaga probably going to be waiting for the Ultralisk to come out. We do see that he's pulling back with Sami right here. Doesn't want to engage. These banelings trying to take out this infantry, but no, they pull back. They don't want to engage right now. Dimaga pulling his troops back. You see that the auto AI is trying to take him out, but Dimaga pulling them back, but losing this hatchling in the process, and I don't necessarily agree with this idea. I am omniscient, as of course, since I am observing the match, I am casting it. I see that there is one siege tank protecting that, but I guess Dimaga didn't actually see that, so he doesn't know what defense is there. Doesn't want to rush up ahead of time and get himself killed, but instead loses the hatchery, and that is, I don't really agree with that play just in general. We see that he's trying to throw down 2 more hatches, one over here, one over here, but he has to cancel this because of the Thor. He has to cancel this one because of the siege tank. So Dimaga having trouble getting up his expansions, but he's really just buying time until these Ultralisks come out, and at that point, then he can rush in. Ultralisks tank so much damage, take out the Fireball, take out the siege tank lines. Engage with 2 engagement over here. We have a flank over here. We have this army taking out this entire group right here. Thor going down, siege tank line going down very fast. So these Ultralisks and these banelings and roaches and speedlings is coming in. Looks like the Terran is just getting overwhelmed. Zerg's flanking from both sides. All the Zerg units are just coming in and destroying everything, causing utter havoc to these units. Terran doesn't look like SeleCT has much of a chance anymore in this game. Looks like it is going to be Dimaga's favor. Looks like he's going to take it. SeleCT probably going to be GGing soon out of this game. He does have this 3rd base up with the planetary fortress, but that alone is not going to get him back. We see that there are more units ready to stream in, more units rallied, more Ultralisks and Zerglings, all just coming in, ready to attack right here. These Marines saying, you know what, we're going to defend the Terran honor, defend the Terran dominion against these Zerg invasions. But not going to happen. These SCVs just going to go down. Infestor even here, ready to pummel doors, whatever comes out. More Ultralisks and Zerglings streaming in. We can expect a GG from SeleCT anytime soon. He still has this 3rd base. Zerg hasn't attacked it yet, but 1 planetary fortress alone is not going to be able to stop all of this. And indeed, it looks like we're going to have a GG soon. SeleCT GGs, and they both leave the game. Get ready for the next game, because it is going to be game 2 of the series of the finals of ZOTAC Cup number 25. I'm excited to cast these matches, and hope you guys enjoy that one. Stay tuned for the next. Thanks.